Dear colleagues, today's theme is articulatio humeri. It means shoulder joint. And let us discuss the way for explanation of this joint. First of all, Latin term, articulatio humeri. Then, the type of the joint. For making this joint, we need two bones. This is scapula, and this is humerus. And we can see that only two articulating surfaces are here. Only two. It means articulatio simplex. Articulatio simplex. Simplex joint. Then we need to know the geometrical shape of this joint. It's good seeing that it is spheroid joint. These two articulating surfaces are congruent to each other, but head of the humerus is more large than fossa glenoidalis or cavitas glenoidalis. So, type of geometrical shape is spheroid. Joint. Spheroid joint. We know that spheroid joint has three axes. It means three axial joint. Three axial joint. Let us demonstrate them. First axis is like this, frontal axis. So around this axis we can demonstrate the flexio and extensio. Flexio and extensio. Second axis is vertical. Around of it we can demonstrate rotation. And third axis, like this, we can demonstrate around it the movements which we call abductio and adductio. And again, there is possibility to change each axis in each moment. So the all extremities will make the movements in shape of conus, of cone, and the distal part will make this circle. These movements, it isn't independent movement, and it is called as circumductio. Thank you. So let's describe this. First of all, we said about flexio, extensio, Then we said about rotation, rotatio. It means pronatio, supinatio. I'd like to remember you that these two letters we can pronounce not tio but cio, pronatio. And third movement we called that was abductio, abduction, and adductio. And plus circumductio, circumductio. Three distinct movement and or independent movement, and this is not independent movement but changing the axis from moment to moment. Next question is the name of articulating surfaces. So what is it? It's caput humeri. And what is this? It is cavitas glenoidalis. So articulating surfaces are facies articularis capitis humeri, facies articularis capitis humeri, plus cavitas glenoidalis. Cavitas glenoidalis. Next question is question of special features of this joint. And as one interesting feature, we should like to say that here in sulcus intertubercularis, you remember that there are two tubercles here, tuberculum majus and minus, and between of them there is sulcus intertubercularis. And from cavity of the joint there is synovial special sheet which called vagina synovialis intertubercularis. Vagina synovialis intertubercularis. intertubercularis. Vagina synovialis intertubercularis. So it's feature of this joint which is placed here for the tendon of musculus bicipitis brachii. And last question is what ligaments strengthen this joint or reinforce this joint. We can say that it's most movable joint in our organism, and that's why it's quite easy to dislocate the bones. First of all, the humerus in this bone. So we can say that practically there are only two ligaments. One of it called ligamentum glenohumerale. So it passes from glenoid fossa to the margo of glenoid fossa to the humerus. So that's why ligamentum glenohumerale. Ligamentum glenohumerale consists of three bundles: superior bundle, medial, and inferior. So pars superior, medius, and inferior. Let us describe it. Ligamentum glenohumerale, in parenthesis pars superior. This abbreviation means superior. Pars medius, this abbreviation means medius, and pars inferior, abbreviation inferior. And second ligament is ligamentum coraco. Coraco. Humerale. Ligamentum coraco-humerale. To show this ligament, I shall remember you that this is processus coracoidus. This is processus coracoidus. And from basis of this process, ligamentum coraco-humerale goes. Ligamentum coraco-humerale. So, ligamentum glenohumerale and ligamentum coraco-humerale. Only two ligaments. This is capsule of shoulder joint, so it isn't not special ligaments, but capsule as whole. And last question concerning this ligament. This ligament is close to shoulder joints, but doesn't strengthen it. It is a special ligament which don't allows us to make abduction more than 19 degrees. If you make this movement for 19 degrees, so the tubercles will contact with this ligament and don't allow us to make more superior movement. You can ask me that we can make this way, but not this way. No. Try to do this movement and you can find that the angle of scapula will also move. So when we make abduction more than 19 degrees, we move not only humerus but also the scapula. So ligamentum coracoacromiale, you remember that this is processus coracoidus and this is acromion. So they are connected with each other through this ligament. Ligamentum, compare them, ligamentum coracoacromiale. Here it is. Ligamentum coracoacromiale. Here it is. Ligamentum coracoacromiale. So again, this ligament doesn't belong to the shoulder joint, but is so named proprietary ligament of the scapula. So it's good possibility to discuss what are the proprietary ligaments of the scapulum. First of all, this one, letter A, but also there is another one. There is ligamentum, take it please, transversum superior, ligamentum transversum superior. Here it is, ligamentum transversum superior. This ligament passes this way around the incisura scapulae superius and make from it foramen suprascapularis. It is foramen suprascapularis. Incisura suprascapularis becomes foramen suprascapularis because ligaments passes this way. So ligamentum transversum scapulae superior. And number number 3 is ligamentum transversus scapulae inferior. I make it in parentheses because usually we can't demonstrate it, and here it's also not seen. It should be go this way, but it isn't demonstrated in this picture. So 3 ligaments which are ligaments belonging to the scapula, so named proprietary ligaments of the scapule, and they are close to shoulder joint but don't belong to it. And practically again only 2 ligaments which belongs to shoulder joint, articulatio humeri. Thank you.